Hello.
Okay. Hello, everyone. AMS 103 students, are you still around? AMS 103 students, are you there? Hello.
Okay.
Hello, AMS 103 students. We are back online. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, but in respond. I think they are responding. This is AMS 103. AMS 103. I can see Umar Halaba, Ikotun, Temishola, Gbolahan Taiwo. Okay. Amefu Achin Emezu Emmanuel. This is AMS 103, please. We are very sorry. I want to apologize for that break in transmission. It was due to technical glitches. We are very sorry about that. Please, let's continue. Our topic for today is application of computing in business and society. Hello. So we have previously defined a computer. We have also looked at okay. By now, I'm sure we are all familiar with the definition of computer, then the computing process, characteristics of a computer. We mentioned high speed, diligence, accuracy, reliability, and so on. Then the roles of computer in various fields. We have looked at the roles of computer in scientific research, in business, in space, data communication, in medicine, in teaching, and in engineering. We have also looked at the limitations of I think so. Let me check. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's continue, please. Yes. Thank you. So let's continue. I said today we are looking at application of computing to business, application of computing to business and the society. So we can use technology, that is computer, to upgrade our business. In the past, computer was seen to have been meant for some certain types of businesses only and in some certain types of organization. But this belief has been overtaken by the continuous change in technology. Now we know that computers can be applied to various types of in various types of business organizations, from manufacturing industry to entertainment, education industry, health industry, sales and other servicing industry. So the types of organization will determine the type of computer, the type of program that will be required for the business. So we want to look at some of the areas where computers can be applied or where computers are being used in business. Let's start with the e-commerce business. What is e-commerce? Okay. So e-commerce is basically about buying and selling of goods and services over the internet. And it's also involved the transfer of money and data to execute these transactions. E-commerce, we are all familiar with what e-commerce is. That is electronic commerce. It is the buying and selling of goods and services over the internet and transfer of money and data to execute these transactions. It encompasses all forms of business transactions that are conducted electronically. Examples of e-commerce: buying clothes on when you buy clothes on Amazon, on Jumia, Konga, you buy shoes and some other personal items on Temu. When you order food through apps, then when you book movie and flight tickets online and paying bills or your recharging mobile applications online. So what are the features of e-commerce? When we're talking about features, we are talking about characteristics of e-commerce. Don't forget, e-commerce is electronic commerce, and it is the buying and selling of goods and services over the internet, and also making payments, transfer of money and data to execute these transactions. So features of e-commerce, we have ubiquity. E-commerce is widespread. That is, it is available everywhere and at all times. It is always available. Consumers can buy or sell product anytime from any place, from wherever they are, using the internet, via mobile phones or computers. So it removes geographical and time limitation. Then e-commerce has global reach. It permits commercial transactions to cross cultural and national boundaries far more conveniently and cost efficiently. E-commerce allow businesses to reach customers around the world. Sellers can market and sell their products internationally without even opening physical stores, increasing market size and business opportunity. Then in e-commerce, e-commerce has universal standards. For instance, e-commerce uses the same internet standards that are, because the internet standards are they are the same worldwide. So this standard reduce cost, it makes communication easier and allow different systems and platforms to work together smoothly. Another feature of e-commerce is interactivity. By interactivity, we mean e-commerce support two-way communication between businesses and customers. Customers can ask questions, they can give feedbacks, write review, and chat with sellers, making online shopping more engaging and customer friendly. So it is interactive. Interactivity is one of the major features of e-commerce. Then information density. By information density, we are looking at the total amount of quality of information available over the internet to all market buyers and sellers. E-commerce provides large amounts of accurate information at low cost. For instance, customers can easily compare prices from one website to another, maybe checking the same you have seen a product on Konga, you can also you can check the price of that product on maybe Jumia and some other e-commerce platforms. So customers can easily compare prices, product features, and review, while businesses can collect detailed market and customer data. Then another feature is personalization. E-commerce system can offer personalized content and recommendation based on customers' preferences, browsing history, and past purchases. So this improves customer satisfaction and it also increases sales. Let's look at differences between e-commerce and the traditional commerce. E-commerce is cost effective than traditional commerce. Traditional commerce is less cost effective than e-commerce. Then in e-commerce, there's no physical inspection because you don't really see the product, you only see it online. We are talking about the differences between e-commerce and traditional commerce. But for traditional commerce, you inspect the product you want to buy. Then e-commerce takes less time. You don't have to travel, you do everything on the internet. But traditional commerce takes more time. You have to go to the market, you have to go to the business location to look at what you want to buy. Then there's better connectivity in e-commerce, no better connectivity in traditional commerce. Then in e-commerce, you can easily expand the size of your business. But in traditional commerce, it is not easy. When we are talking of traditional commerce, we are talking of trade or businesses as we used to know them. We are talking about physical location of businesses like the open market, shops, and all that. So size of business is not easily expandable in the traditional commerce. Then in e-commerce, you can easily introduce new products, just display them online under probably a specific category. But in traditional commerce, it is not easy to introduce new products because everybody, let me say, your customers are already familiar with what you sell. So another difference is immediate analysis of customers' feedback. This can be done easily via e-commerce. You can look at transaction histories, browsing histories, past purchases, and all that. But in traditional commerce, this is a bit difficult. It takes more time to analyze customers' feedback because everything has to be done manually. Then e-commerce, there is 24/7 accessibility. By 24/7, we mean all the time 24 hours, 7 days of the week. But for traditional commerce, there is limited time of accessibility. The shops or the place of business has to close for the day, and they have specific opening times. And sometimes some businesses don't even open on Sunday or some other specific days of the week because probably the business owner is not around. But in e-commerce, chances of fraud is high. In traditional commerce, chances of fraud is less compared to what we have um, in e-commerce, because the bad guys are everywhere on the internet, and the e-commerce is done via the internet. So what are the benefits of e-commerce? Let's look at some of the benefits of e-commerce. The first one, expanded market reach. E-commerce now evolves from simply having a business website to using AI. AI can be used for real-time localization, embedding stores seamlessly into social platform and voice assistance worldwide. So organization can expand their market to national and international markets without really making much capital investment. Then an organization can easily locate more customers, best supplier, suitable business partners across the globe. This can be done by searching the internet. An organization can have more customer through, let's say, digital marketing and all that. They can also get best suppliers by searching through the internet. Then it also helps organizations to reduce overhead costs. By overhead costs, we mean expenses that are incurred to run the business. So e-commerce helps organizations to reduce overhead costs. Then it also improves the brand image of the company. It helps the company to improve its brand image, because a brand image is not just about professional websites, it's not just about having a beautiful professional website, but it is also built through transparent supply chain, verifiable sustainability effort, and seamless interactive digital experiences that reinforces trust and value through interaction, through the way you sell your products, the way you interact and respond to your customers. Brand image of the company is built this way. So that's one of the benefits of e-commerce. Then it also helps organizations to provide better customer services, because now customer service has shifted from faster digital responses to predictive proactive support by making use of AI to anticipate issues like delays or usage difficulties, and resolving these issues before the customer is affected. It also helps to simplify the business processes and make them faster and more efficient. It reduces paperwork. You don't need much paperwork for e-commerce. Then another thing is that e-commerce provides 24/7 support. Customers can inquire about a product and place order any time of the day, and from anywhere, from any locations. Customers can make inquiries about product. You can always do that online because the business is open 24/7. Then it provides user with more options and quicker delivery of products. You have more options. For instance, you want to buy a jacket, you see several options on display. You can choose a specific one, and quicker delivery. Your product will be delivered to you within a short time. It provides users with more options to compare and select the cheaper and better options. Still talking about options. Okay. Still talking about options. E-commerce allows users to it gives users more options to compare and select the cheaper and better options. Please, I want to give you the first attendance code of the day. Attendance code, please. Hope you guys are with me. So the first attendance code for today is I want to dictate now. Please pay attention. LSG2C. Please don't write it on the screen. LSG, all in capital letter. All the alphabets are in capital letter. LSG2C. LSG. LSG2C. So that's the first attendance code. Hope you can hear me. Please let me have your response. Attendance code LSG2C. All the alphabets are in capital letter. Okay. Please don't share the code with anyone. LSG2C. So please, let's continue. So we are still on the benefits of e-commerce. A customer can put review comments about a product and can see what others are buying and see the review and comments of other customers before making a final purchase. That is also one of the benefits of e-commerce. Then customers don't have to travel to a shop location. So it saves customer from the traffic on roads and also air pollution. It helps in reducing the cost of products. So less affluent people can also afford the product. That is also one of the benefits of e-commerce. Then it enables rural areas to access services and products which are otherwise not available to them. For instance, for someone staying in Ife, there are some products that are not easily available in Ife, but through different e-commerce platform, you can you can buy your things via those platforms and it will be delivered to you. So it also helps the government to deliver public services such as healthcare, education, social services at a reduced cost and in an improved manner. The platform enables a community-driven shopping experience where customers can share their own review and directly see the purchasing trend and feedback of others. So those are the benefits of e-commerce. But e-commerce also has disadvantages. Let's look at some of the disadvantages of e-commerce. The disadvantages are divided into technical and non-technical disadvantages. For the technical disadvantages, we have lack of system security, reliability or standard owing to poor implementation of e-commerce. We have some e-commerce sites that are not so reliable because of the poor implementation. Then the software development industry is still evolving and keeps changing rapidly. In many countries, network bandits might cause an issue. For instance, in Nigeria, in some locations in Nigeria, network bandwidth can cause issues. Then another thing is that some special types of web servers or other software might be required by the vendors, and sometimes it is difficult to integrate an e-commerce software or website with existing application or database. Then also there can be software hardware incompatibility issues. Some e-commerce software may not be compatible with some operating system or any other component that is being used by a specific e-commerce platform. Then for the non-technical issues, we have high initial cost. The cost of creating or building an e-commerce application in-house may be very high because they use specific applications, not the ones that you can just buy over the counter. So the cost sometimes can be very high. Then there can be delay in launching an e-commerce application due to mistakes and lack of experience on the part of the owner. So establishing an e-commerce operation demands significant upfront investment in platform development. If you want to have an e-commerce platform, you need to spend money at the initial stage. You need to invest in platform development And inexperience can also lead to costly mistakes. It can lead to delayed launches and budget overruns before even the business begins. Then another thing is user resistance. Sometimes there are between issues of trust between the user, because the site is seen as a faceless seller. So sometimes the users may not trust the website because of lack of physical presence. It creates resistance among traditional shoppers who are hesitant to shift from familiar in-store experience. So some people have this fear of dealing with a faceless seller because they are very familiar with normal store experiences. So they would rather not leave the normal store experience for an unknown digital storefront, someone that they don't even know. So we have the issue of user resistance. Then security or privacy. It is difficult to ensure the security or privacy of online transactions. Sometimes you have to be very careful when you are doing financial transaction online so that you don't fall into the hands of the bad guys. So ensuring transaction securities and protecting users' data online is difficult, making businesses prime targets for cyber threats and creating persistent consumer anxiety over financial and personal privacy. So another disadvantage is lack of touch or feel of product during online shopping. This is a huge drawback in e-commerce. For instance, you want to buy a pair of shoe, you are not sure of the quality of the leather. So sometimes some people don't want to buy some of these things online because they cannot touch or feel the product, and they want to be sure that they get value for their money, not that the product will now come, you see that the material is inferior or it is something you don't even like. Then e-commerce applications are still evolving and they are changing rapidly because of rapid technological changes. Another thing is internet access is still far, and it is inconvenient to use for many potential customers. For example, those living in remote villages, some of them don't have internet access because they don't even have power supply in some of those villages. So it is inconvenient for some of them to use the internet. So let's look at the e-commerce modules. We have different types of e-commerce. We have about 6. We have business to business, that is called B2B. We have business to consumers, that is B2C. We have consumers to business, which is C2B. We have consumers to consumer, C2C. We have government to business, G2B, and business to government. That is about, I've mentioned about 6 e-commerce modules or type now. So business to business, then business to consumer to business, then consumer to consumer, government to business, then business to government. So an e-commerce platform is built upon essential functional modules, beginning with a product catalog and shopping for online browsing and selection. A secure payment gateway module is crucial to address users' privacy concern and enable transactions. So let's look at the e-commerce modules one by one. Let me quickly explain them. When we are talking of business, okay, the first one, let's look at business to business, B2B. For business to business, it means businesses sells directly to other businesses. When a business sells to another business, it facilitates transactions between companies. For instance, between a manufacturer and a wholesaler, often involving more complex processes and higher value orders than consumer retail. For example, where a business can buy in bulk from, let me say here, and wholesaler can buy in bulk from a site like Alibaba. So it means a business selling directly to another business, B2B. Businesses sell directly to other businesses. So let's look at business to consumer. A website following the B2C business model sell product directly to customers. A customer can view the product shown on the website, then he can also choose a product and order the same product. So business to consumer, it means to consumer, it means companies sell directly to individual customers. It is the most common type of e-commerce. It involves direct sale from online retailers to individual customers. Examples include Amazon, Walmart, Netflix, then Jumia, Konga, like we have around us here, Temu, and the rest. Then we also have consumer to consumer. Is a website following the C2C business model. It helps consumers to sell their assets, like those that want to sell their residential properties, you want to sell your cars, motorcycle, or rent a room. By publishing, you just publish your information on the website. So some websites will charge their customers for services and some will not. So in C2C, consumers sell directly to other consumers. So it enables transactions between individuals through third-party platform like eBay. Then we have the Facebook marketplace. I don't know, I think Gigi here also yes, Gigi too in Nigeria. Then we also have consumer to business. In this model, a consumer approaches a website showing multiple business organizations for a particular service. The consumer places an estimated amount he or she wants to spend for a particular service. That is the consumer to business model. That is, individuals offer products or services to businesses. It reverses the traditional model where individuals offer services or product to companies such as freelancers platform. Some freelancers now, um example of that freelancer platform is Upwork, or when influencers offers review. That is consumer to business. People that market their services like social media, what do they call them now? Social media managers, web designers, people that market their own services to businesses. That okay, for your business, this is what I'm into. I can assist your business to do this and that. Then we have the business to government model. It is another variant of business to business model. But in this case, such websites are used by government to trade and exchange information with business organizations. Websites for business to government are accredited by the government, and they provide a medium to businesses to submit application forms to the government. That is the B2G B2G business. Then we also have government to business. Government use B2G models websites to business. Okay, now we are on government to business. It involves government entities using digital platform to provide services, to provide procurement opportunities, licensing, and even tax-related operations to businesses, aiming to increase transparency, efficiency, and accessibility in public sector interaction. Examples of business to government, government to business include this government procurement portals. So what are the challenges of e-commerce? There are so many challenges of e-commerce growth, the growth of e-commerce. We have intangibility, because the online consumers cannot physically inspect products. So it leads to hesitation when it comes to purchase. Then higher return rates when products are delivered to customers and they are not satisfied, they return them. So this intangibility leads to It leads to purchase hesitation, higher return rate, and increase the cost for businesses to stimulate the in-store experience through media and technology. Then there's also massive competition because there is very low entry barrier. Anybody that is interested and has the money and every other thing needed can easily enter the e-commerce market. So there is, because of this low entry barrier, it results in market saturation. So it drives intense price competition. It reduces profit margins for the company because of the price competition, and constant pressure on businesses to invest in marketing and innovation to stay visible. So massive competition is challenges of e-commerce. Then technical issues, because you cannot do e-commerce without technology. Technology is the base of e-commerce, and lack of technical knowledge is the primary reason for failure of e-commerce. So it involves a considerable cost to outsource such activities because sometimes the business owners don't even know anything about the technology. It has to be outsourced. So this technical issue can cause problems for the business owner because e-commerce relies entirely on technology, and failure due to lack of expertise can cause breakdown in functionality, security, and user experience, requiring costly outsourcing and continuous maintenance. Then the issue of digital divide. Reliable 24 internet access is essential, but it is not universally available. Like, we don't have that in remote areas. So as this exclude remote population and create operational vulnerability for sellers in area with poor connectivity. So we are still on the challenges of e-commerce. It requires patience. Any company that wants to sell product or services online needs to keep patient and wait for the desired, since it takes time to gain attention and visibility for customers in e-commerce. The company has to be patient. So e-commerce growth is not instantaneous. Businesses must invest significant time and sustained effort into building their online presence, gaining customer visibility, and earning market traction before seeing substantial returns, which demand long-term strategic commitment. And the last one, lack of trust. Due to the intangible existence of e-commerce business, there is lack of trust in shopping and making online payments among the customers. So, so please let me give you the second attendance code of the day. We have B4YR2. B4YR2. All the alphabets are in capital letter. B4YR2. Hope you guys are with me. Hello. I'm waiting for your response. Okay, let me give you the second code. B4YR2. B4YR2. All alphabets are in capital letter. Okay. Ló ṣì pọ̀. Time mi ló fẹ́ parí. Jesus. Oh. The thing. Hello. Please, I want to dictate the last attendance code of the day. RZVSH. Hello. RZVSH. All in capital letter. Hello. Are you with me? The third attendance code. RZVSH. Are you guys here? Okay, please don't post the code on the page. I want to dictate the three codes again. The first one is NSG2C. The attendance page is not responding. Who is Ojela Bika Sarah? Please delete what you have posted. We told you not to post it. Ojela Bika Sarah, delete your comments, please. Delete the code you have posted. Hello. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. The first code, let me dictate the codes again. LSG2C. The first code, okay. L for Lagos, S for state, G for government, then 2, C for car. The first code, LSG2C. The second code, B for bag, B for YR2. Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? The second code, B for YR2. B for YR2. That's the second code, B for YR2. First code, LSG2C. Second code, B for YR2. Third code, RZ, R, rain, Z, zebra, V, S, H. Are you guys there? Hello. Someone said, please kindly keep the code with you. Maybe you should write it somewhere. Abi. Keep the codes with you. The page will be open again. Someone, Rajid Abib said the attendance is not working. Please keep the code with you. Then you will be having your test sometimes next week between Wednesday and Friday. Hello. You'll be having your test next week between Wednesday and Friday. We don't know the specific dates yet, but that will be communicated. Your test is next week, please. For the attendance form, don't worry, just keep the codes with you. We are aware that the attendance form is no longer working. We have seen your comments and we'll take care of that. Please keep the attendance code with you. The site will still be open for you sometimes later. Hello? Don't worry about the attendance form. We have seen your comments and we are working on it. Please keep the codes with you. We'll use it some other time. And I was telling you the other time that you'll be writing your CA next week, continuous assessment, sometimes next week, between Wednesday and Friday. We are not yet sure of the specific day. Please prepare for your CA next week. All right. Please keep the attendance code with you. We will use it later. So thank you, everyone. Have a nice weekend. We are sorry once again for the break in transmission, please. All right, thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Legal. Ok.